I just like that theme song, so I played it twice. And we are back for a second season of Sports Gluttons. I'm so excited, and it was a very last minute. I'm hoping to get some of our regulars back and some new people this season. I'm really excited for this season. Um, we have a great first week matchups here, so we're gonna get to it. Here's a little. If you know me, you know I had technical problems. That's just that's just how I do it. I just have technical problems. So I hope everybody hears me. I hope it's working. And there's our week one matchups. We have some great matchups for week one. We have a fantastic Thursday night, and we are going to welcome our guests. And there's our week one. We're going to go through all this again. We have the Buffalo Rams, which is going to be an amazing first. This is probably one of the best first weeks I've seen. This is a tough for the best. It's going to knock a lot of people out of the sudden death or whatever that the polls or the pools that you make one pick a week. So you know what? Let me. I gotta. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Too much stuff going on, but we're gonna figure it out. Figure it out. Oh, here we go. That's how we do it. There we go. So we're back. So I kind of a good summer. We have, my sister introduced me to Poshmark, so I started getting all this great shit. I shouldn't use that word. Cool shit that was all the stuff Poshmark. I got like this Lawrence Taylor jersey. The thing is about you get these nostalgia jerseys. They sell these nostalgia jerseys, and we got the Giants hat. They sell these nostalgia jerseys, like a Joe Namath. But the Joe Namath real jersey didn't have the Reebok logo on it. All these new jerseys of the nostalgia have like Nike or Reebok or Adidas, and that just wasn't how it was back then. I think they used like Frank's shirt makers to make their jerseys. Whoever had their own jerseys. I remember in the NHL they had like the Rangers had Jerry Cosby or something, and so I had a camera. It wasn't working, but I got like this really cool stuff, like these helmets behind me, and then I got like all these like the mini speed helmets over there, and I love them. I want to get something for everybody's. Did I get a Giants one? Yeah, I got a like little. I got a little Giants one, and I mean it's kind of cool. It has all the shit in there, and I mean it doesn't fit. It's a little small, but it might fit Gumby up there, and because I was going to do a helmet, and I'm going to do it eventually. Helmet versus helmet. They got some really cool new helmets going on, and I was going to have a show dedicated to that non, show matchup show, just matchup of helmets, because I just love helmets and I love colors. But the heat wave here kind of is what a messy thing going on in LA. Four 400 degrees. That's what it felt like in my house air conditioning when the air conditioning broke, and then you find out like the company that put in the air conditioning, yeah, their lifetime warranty is null and void because they changed their name. I guess that's the way they do it in LA. They start companies and then they just change their name a few years in, knowing it's going to nullify every warranty. So I'm going to bring in some of our guests. We have from New Orleans, Mr. Lou Schumann rejoining us. I'm excited about that. And then we have from across the highway, Miss Remy is glad to see her back. I think she's gonna. You're a big Giants fan, right?
I am. See, I got some
Yeah.
stuff. too. I bought these. And I'm
Ooh.
ready for I'm ready for Sunday.
Oh, wow. Look at that with the logos.
Yeah,
Look.
they're super
Pretty
cool.
sharp.
See, I love the. Well, let me bring Rick in. And we got Rick in.
What's up?
And
But
we got Rick's Picks, another season of Rick's Picks.
Uh-oh.
And hopefully we'll have some more people in. Yeah, I love the New York. It's so plain, but it's like with the red, white, and blue. And they're going to have their throwback helmet in there this year. And I know we're going to have other returning sports gluttons. Uh, we may not have one of our favorites, Casey and her tasty cakes. She may or may not be back. So I hope she comes back. She's a pleasure to have on. And but I hope everybody had a great summer, which really didn't end. Um, Lou, how's the temperature out in Louisiana?
today was 95 degrees, 95% humidity.
Oh my
Leave it
God.
at that. I turn on my central air in April. I shut it off at Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Oh my
It's
God.
Hey.
And
humid.
yeah, it's been hot here. It's been mega hot here. So I'm so glad this one. I wanted to do a little more special, and I just have to get it on because we have not missed a week since we started the show last year. I don't remember what season, what week we started in, but we did not miss a show no matter where I was. I was traveling, and I just wanted to make sure, be consistent. I want to get a consistent time, but that's. I hope Julio joins us. He may have a work thing, but so we got week one. I just wanted to get week one in, and it starts tomorrow. Am I right or am I wrong?
It's tomorrow.
My brain
Yep.
doesn't work so well sometimes.
Here in
Right?
LA. Starts here
Tomorrow's
in LA.
Thursday night football, right?
Yep.
Oh, you know what? I gotta find something. Wait, I gotta find something. Oh, here it is. Check it out. I was like, I did a preseason game, and Thursday night football was doing theirs, and they left their production manual, and they were showing like how it's really thick. Lou, you'd appreciate this. It shows like how to frame, how to shoot. Um, like it's showing, all the cameras they're gonna have. They got a ton of cameras, and then it
Yep.
shows like framing and how to shoot different things, how to put where to put the graphics. Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So this is the Thursday night football
And you do know, you worked a preseason game, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
amazing how the network producers and directors get the practice on the local telecasts.
Right. We
We
had
had the CBS crew.
CBS.
We had the CBS crew.
How did you know that?
What? That I had the CBS crew in New Orleans?
Oh, you had a CBS crew? I had a
Yeah.
CBS crew. I
Yeah,
had
Mark Grant and Joe Williams.
oh, okay. I had I forgot who I had. I had the Super Bowl guys. I don't even know the names. So Rick, how was your summer? Good?
Summer, yeah, it's great. Goes fast. Got to go to Kauai for the first time. Kauai, that was pretty awesome.
Hawaii's great.
Wow. I don't think I'd go back to any other island. I really enjoyed it.
Hey, all the islands have a benefit to it. Each island has its own little personality.
Yeah, for sure. But I just like the smallness and the ruggedness. It was
It's
really
definitely not a tourist island.
No, it's not easy. It's not an easy island. I would, a lot of the beaches you have to walk into, really hike into some of them. They're like up high, and then you got to trick that, So a couple of them, if you're wearing flip flops, it's very difficult. So you have to kind of be prepared because the first time we were wearing flip flops and we're like hiking back up, and it was like, wow, that's pretty hard for flip flops. So we got smart.
Right.
Got and put some shoes in the backpack and made it a lot better. But yeah, it was awesome. Really
Nice.
great. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Hawaii's a great spot. I know my wife is parking me to go there. So I'm sure we'll.
Gosh,
Remy, how was your summer? Anything interesting?
Summer's good. I didn't go to Hawaii. I went to Albuquerque, Santa Fe.
Oh, that's fun.
Nice.
It was fun. I love it. I like the crystal world. I like the crystals and the candles and the witchy witch stuff. So that was really, really fun
nice
for me. So, yeah.
So nice.
And now I'm
so
trying to stay cool because it's hot as, and I usually don't get hot, but even I'm hot. I can't handle it.
Oh,
you're in LA too, right?
I am. I'm in Burbank.
Oh, it's twice as hot. I mean, I'm over the hill, so it's hot here, but when you go to even Burbank, start getting in the valley, it's 10 degrees hotter.
You folks are getting rolling blackouts now, aren't you?
More up in Los Angeles. I don't think they won't be too much money in Burbank to roll out a blackout here.
Yeah, we didn't get one up here where we are either.
Where are you?
I'm in Silver Lake.
Oh, okay. That's where my best friends live in Silver Lake. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I like it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, it's good to catch up, and I'm glad we all had a good summer, and I'm glad we're back, and I'm hoping we have a good season. And so we're going to hop into it. We have, I don't know, you've all looked at the matchups probably. It's an unbelievable first week, of matchups. It's right.
Yeah.
And this is not an easy pick'em week, not at all. This is oh man, and so for pools, so we're starting Thursday night with the Rams and the Bills. So the Rams, the reigning Super Bowl champions, which I don't know, were they the best team last year?
I guess they won the Super Bowl.
They were the best at the end. They were the best at the end.
Yeah, you need breaks to get there, and then they should have lost to San Francisco, but the guy didn't make the play.
Right.
Good teams find a way to win. So the best teams find a way to win. Did so they're
I do. I mean,
and if Odell doesn't go out in that Super Bowl, they crushed Cincinnati. I think.
I feel bad for him because he made a great comeback. He had a good game.
Oh,
and then he got hurt. He got hurt, and now he's unsigned. But I think now he's unsigned for his own motivation because what I heard is he could hold off and then wait to see what team he wants to join, and he could add a team that's a good contender.
Well, that's exactly right. I think that I was hearing the same thing, Todd, that he'll be better by late November, December, which is perfect timing for him. Perfect timing.
Right. I mean, I'm sure he didn't want to get hurt. I mean, nobody wants to get hurt.
But someone will pick him up, I think, in the playoff hunt. I would think, as a wide receiver.
No doubt. If he's healthy, he's a great player. He's an asset. And if he didn't,
it's a lot of injuries. He's had a lot of injuries, right? I mean, he's probably on his fourth injury? Bad injury.
That was a bad one to get carted off. The thing about the schedule this year is that's the one thing about the NFL. You got to give them credit because the tough teams get the tougher schedules, and as tough as they could be, because of the conferences. But then the weaker teams get, a weaker team that has had a good off season with a roster improves. And if they have a good team and they're playing a weak schedule, I'm not sure which teams have improved, but it's a lot of movement going on. So
the Jaguars get a really weak schedule. I think they might be better. I think
Trevor Lawrence, though, he's got this is his time to prove it. If they got a weaker schedule, because I just think he's he's like a B quarterback or a C quarterback. I don't think
he's got a lot of explaining to do. He needs to come off and he needs to get his team to 500. I would think. Now they got ETN, who got hurt last year, who should make them a lot better. They got
no drama with a coach yelling.
They got
at
a
the
better
players.
coach. I think Peterson has Super Bowl experience. They picked up Christian Kirk as a wide receiver, who's a good player. They got some pieces.
So who
No,
are the
I'm
who are
calling
the
this Trevor Lawrence's rookie year because he had an idiot for a coach. He had no help. No, you couldn't
Right.
evaluate him last year. There's nothing to
Right.
evaluate him. Urban Meyer is just proof that he should have stayed in college or stayed in the booth. And the kid, he's going to be just fine. He's going to be.
You think so? So they're playing the Redskins. They're playing Washington. Yeah, Washington, they made such a big deal about their logo, and then they made a big deal about their name, the Commanders, and then their helmet is a W. What kind? I mean, if you can't
Maybe
come up
they
with a
haven't-
team, huh?
I was wondering. Saw that, and I was wondering, did they figure out what the Commander logo looks like? Or are they still working on it?
And when they
Well,
get
if
their
you
heads knocked
can't-
off, it's an M.
What was that, Lou?
When they get their heads knocked off, it's going to be an M.
Yeah, it's going to be upside down, right? Yeah, but if you can't have a team name that has a clear logo, maybe that's not the right name to have.
Good point.
I mean,
Well,
have it. No one wants to buy a W. That is not merchandising at all. So,
that's true. That is true.
It's really I can't
The
believe
football team was better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the old thing.
so-
And that kind of sounds like an old school football, like from the 30s, right? The Washington football team.
Yeah,
It's
right.
kind of like
Exactly.
that's what we do.
Right,
You could've
right,
stuck with that.
right. Because
then
they
the
can go
W-
back to that with the W. I mean,
Yeah.
that's better than the Commanders.
Yeah.
So that's so the Jaguars in Washington. I don't really know much about Washington. I didn't really look into. Anyone else?
Well, they got
that
Wentz
game?
now as their quarterback.
Yeah, I know a
Who
little
is?
bit about Washington. They got Carson Wentz.
What do you got? Yeah,
What do I got?
Who did he
On
come from? He was with. Was he with?
He was-
who was
He
he
was
with
with
last year?
everybody. He was with the
He was with the
Colts, and they
Colts.
couldn't handle
He
him.
was with.
He
Right.
played pretty bad. He made a huge mistake in the playoffs. I don't know if you can go to the footage. He threw that one-hand pass backwards or forward, barely forward. It got picked off and went for a touchdown, and they didn't make the playoffs.
Right.
So they kicked
Right.
it to the curb. But I think he's a good gamer. I think it makes this team better. They got good wide receivers. Terry McLaurin's a baller.
You think this is a chance though where Trevor Lawrence could pop out and take this one?
Wow, this is one of those games where I wouldn't even know how to get on any side of it. I mean, I would take the Jag. Well, Commanders at home. That's a tough one. What's the spread?
Mhm.
It's like 3, isn't it, or something?
Looks like 2.5. You get 2.5 points with the Jaguars. They never make it easy, do they?
No. I picked the Jags on our pool.
Did you?
You
I
took the
picked a lot
Jaguars.
of away teams. I noticed after I went through it, I'm like, wait, I got a lot of away teams winning. I better go back and read.
Oh, yeah.
Redo. So let's head back to Buffalo and the Rams with Josh Allen. And Josh Allen is so good. I don't know. I'm really favoring Buffalo on this one. The Rams, they lost Von Miller. Let's see, did Stafford throw the most or the least in interceptions last year? He threw one or the other.
I don't
I
know.
don't think
Stafford.
he threw the most.
No, they threw the least maybe. Supposedly he still has elbow pain.
Yeah, that's my reason I'm
And-
worried about that game. I don't know. We don't really know what's going on with Stafford, his health. Something's up that we don't know about. But they still have.
Does he
Cooper
not
Kupp.
know? Is he starting or it's not? It's not
Could
called
definitely
yet.
starting week 1. I'm pretty sure. But-
Yeah. Yeah.
So the
Buffalo
deal with
could
this
come
game
out.
is, but I think I was just going to say that. I think the deal with this game is, even though the Rams are the Super Bowl champ,
It's a toss-up.
Buffalo's got to they got to say that we're going to the Super Bowl, and I don't care who's in our way. I think this is their year to get there.
Mhm.
I would bet them to get there in the AFC. So
Right.
Yeah.
And right. If the Rams are a little like high horse, sitting on a high horse type of thing, And Josh Allen, he's hungry. He wants to win. I'm a. I don't even know if that's enough upset. I don't know who's favored on that, but
The Rams are
um,
favorite. No,
they
no,
are.
Buffalo's favorite. Excuse me.
Oh,
Buffalo's favorite. So the Rams are
yeah, I
getting
think it'd be
disrespected.
close. Rams with points is good, but I'm a Buffalo.
The Rams are getting
I just
disrespected by the
well,
spread.
who did they? Yeah, I wish I went a little more deeper into the analysis of that one. Let me see what I come up with here. Oh, here's the Buffalo's got no punter.
No, they
So
picked up the guy from. They got the guy from Denver. Just got somebody as a punter.
did they?
What
If
happened
you
to his
don't know
punter?
this,
The guy he had it's like a sexual assault or something, and so they're looking
right,
into it.
right.
So they had to
He was
release.
a rookie. He was a rookie punter, and there was a sexual assault at San Diego State or something. He was
Oh,
one of
I
those.
read that story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so their third string quarterback was going to punt, Matt Barkley, but now if they got a punter, that's good. Uh,
But
so
they
that's
don't punt often.
important.
It doesn't matter. Bills don't punt often when you got Josh Allen in the backfield.
Right.
How
Yeah.
many times the guy punt last year? Their punter punt last year.
Yeah, that's going to make the
So
game. They're going to go for it a lot on fourth now. So that I think that gives them even more benefits personally. I like when
yeah.
teams go for it on fourth.
So Rick, straight up, who do you go?
I'm going to go Buffalo now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go Buffalo. Yeah, I think like we said, if they'd have got, they almost have to come out. Well, the Rams also, it's a tough one. I'm going Buffalo,
It's a tough one. It's a
but
tough
if I'm
one.
going to like put a value on it from like 1 to 10, I'm going to like go low. I'm not confident. Because both teams are solid. So I'm going to go like a 3 on my confidence on that pick, which is pretty low.
Yeah.
That's why I wouldn't be betting.
Remy, what do you got? No, Remy, what do you got?
I think it's going to be a close game. I think it might be one of those like win at the last second game. I'm kind of there with Rick. I'm going to go with Buffalo. But remember last
I
year,
would have. Yeah. Did we?
Did
Did Remy go in the refrigerator and freeze up?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, there she is. There
She's
she
back.
is. Remy with freeze.
Yeah, I
So
think
Remy, we got on.
Is
What was that?
She's buffering.
it mine that's doing it? I guess it is because it keeps freezing on me, but we'll go with it. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. To a bad thing, but especially with all the electricity shit going on right now, there could be surges and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
are we all there? I think we're all.
I'm here.
We're here.
Okay,
give you
there we
Buffalo.
go. There we go. So Lou, what do you got? What do you got on this
Buffalo.
one?
Buffalo.
You're a Buffalo.
Yeah.
And I'm a Buffalo.
Okay.
So Lou, give us a little any insight on the.
Well, let's see. The Saints. We have a new coach. That's number one.
Playing the Falcons.
This is going to be an interesting game because if I'm correct, the Falcons are going to be playing a new quarterback too.
Mariota.
So this would be an interesting thing. Kamara will play. We don't know for how long and what's going to happen with him. That case has been kind of put on hold by a lenient judge. The team looks good, but it needs work. Michael Thomas will be back. He'll be the first time back now in 2 seasons, which hopefully will help the receiving core. So I would have go pick right now. I'd go. I hate to say it, but I think Atlanta might just squeak out a win over us.
Wow.
You do?
Atlanta. Yeah. Yes,
That's
I do.
an upset. That would be an upset.
Yeah. I hope not, but I think that's what's going to happen.
So what do you got anything on them, Rick? Are you in on Atlanta, New Orleans?
I wouldn't go and I would not be on Atlanta's side in this game. No chance. I would. I like New Orleans. Their young receiver in Olave, who's going to be opposite Michael Thomas. I think that's a lot. As long as Alvin Kamara is on the field, I don't think anybody on Atlanta can match him. You know, and Jameis Winston, you know, this kid, he doesn't suck. He
He's
knows
not
how
a
to.
bad
No,
quarterback.
he's just a you know,
He needs
he's
some more
strong.
experience.
He
I mean,
just got hurt.
this is his fifth season.
Well, the last time he stayed upright for a whole season, he threw a ton of interceptions.
Yeah.
You guys remember that?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it just so happened that he now plays with contact lenses. So maybe he couldn't stop, you know, maybe it was a little
maybe he
blurry.
couldn't see.
Maybe
No,
it was a
I
little
saw-
blurry downfield. Could have been a little blurry downfield.
It was. He was in an interview, and I heard him talk about that. He didn't realize it, and when he got his glasses, that's when his interceptions went away. Went really
So
well.
he threw for 5,000 yards when it was blurry. So, you know, let's see what he could do with it's unblurry. But I'm interested. I think the real X factor, Lou, is Michael Thomas, right? Like,
Agreed.
if that's the Michael Thomas that we saw in 2020 before he left the game, then the
Nobody will
Saints will,
stop him.
yeah, the Saints will be tough.
Yeah.
But nobody knows until like we're into this thing for a little bit. If he lost a step, he's a little older. I don't know if he's hit 30 yet. But I know he must be close.
I don't think so.
He's like 28.
Lou, who did you go with? Did you go with Atlanta or New Orleans? Would you?
I went with New
home
Orleans, but I think it's going to
You
be
did.
Atlanta. Yeah.
You think it's going to be what?
I think it's going to be Atlanta, even though I'm picking in New Orleans.
So you're picking emotionally.
Yes.
That's your emotional pick of the week.
I am
Right.
I'm right up front with that. Absolutely.
Remy, you got any thoughts on this one?
I wouldn't count out Atlanta. Mariota, I think he's still a good quarterback, but now he's the coach of Atlanta. If I'm not mistaken, was his coach when he played with the Titans, not like his quarterback coach or something. So they already have like a connection and they already have a mesh. So
Right.
it's not like he's walking into a whole new system. I think they get each other. So I wouldn't really put him out yet. And now we'll get to see Pickens. I think they've tightened up their front line a little bit. We'll see. But points wise, I took Atlanta. And like you said, I don't know if Michael Thomas is healthy. We got to see if they can keep what's his face upright, Jameson, for more than a quarter. So we'll see.
Where are they playing? They're playing in Atlanta.
At Atlanta.
So these games are straight up that we're picking, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Next
I'm gonna go with Atlanta just because it's a home field.
All right.
That one.
It's a tough one. I'm gonna go with New Orleans.
Yeah, it's again, these are all. It's like they have some good players on the team, good enough to want to watch, and it's close enough where you'd want to watch. You know, it could be a low scoring game. You know, maybe the both of the quarterbacks. So then we hop down. Let's we'll hit the Chargers after this one. The San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Now, I know Remy was always you were a Garoppolo fan, right?
Yeah, I like Garoppolo. Yep. He's pretty to look at. He sure is pretty to look at when he's talking without a helmet.
I knew you were going to say that. The ladies love Garoppolo.
Yeah. Next thing we'll talk about the tight.
I don't know why he's not being a model instead of getting beaten, smashed up all over the place.
Maybe. You know what? Maybe in San Francisco, I bet you he gets a lot of local ads. You know, he
not
probably
anymore.
Does a lot
He's
of
second
local...
string.
Yeah, we'll see. That's a tough situation all around for all of them. For Kyle Shanahan, now you got Trey Lance looking over his shoulder. I don't care what anyone says, he's going to be looking over his shoulder. The minute he has a bad game, they're going to be calling for Garoppolo. Hopefully, he doesn't have too many bad games. He doesn't get hurt. I see Garoppolo.
I wonder what the emotions are between Garoppolo and Lance. Like
they say they're really good friends. They say they get along really well, and he's been really supportive of him. He took the deal. I mean, he took the deal to stay second string. I think he should have waited it out, and somebody would have picked him up because I think Seattle's going to need a quarterback by next week.
He could end up getting a deal and leaving.
Well, they wouldn't release him because they were afraid that Seattle would pick him up, and then they'd be playing against them twice a year, and they didn't want that. It was like, And you got that's the catch when you go, oh, these quarterbacks, all these guys make too much money, but yet they were holding his career in his hands. They wouldn't let him go because they didn't want him playing in his division, which Seattle would have scooped him up. If that was the case. I know they would have.
Maybe after, I wonder when they play Seattle, because maybe, but they could be, who knows what openings, you know, it's,
People get hurt. That's what
yeah,
happens.
people get hurt, and I mean the Jets got problems. They got. I think what their quarterback is hurt, right? So that Joe Flacco, is he starting with them?
I think
Yeah,
Flacco. They said the kid might play, but I think Flacco's
Flacco's starting.
not going to start.
Yeah, it's Flacco.
Flacco's, yeah. So San Francisco and Chicago, you got Justin Fields, who, you know, this is his chance. He got hurt last year, right? And Andy Dalton took over, or was he got benched?
No, they had
Did
stupid
he get
coaches.
benched?
No, they never started
He
him.
never played.
No.
He didn't play till the end of the season because they were playing experienced guys.
Yeah.
And then when they
Oh,
put
they
him
played
in,
Dalton?
he struggled horribly. They didn't give him any. They gave him no chance. But I think
they had a terrible offensive line.
And I don't know if the coach is still there. I can't remember. Probably not, because they were pretty good.
I think they got a new coach.
Yeah,
They got a new coach.
they did. They had to have. Yeah. So I think that's going to be helpful. I think
that could be that could be the slaughter game of the week. I think San Francisco over Chicago. You know, even in Chicago, that's. But what do you think of Trey Lance? You think? I mean, he did beat out Garoppolo for the job. Do you think he's worthy?
He hasn't played enough games for me to know. He hasn't. He didn't play a lot in college. He hasn't played a lot since high school. I mean, he hasn't. For not playing a lot of games that
He's
he
making
went
a lot of money.
the draft that he did, going in fifth, going the way he did. That's kind of. We'll see.
Here's my take. I think that Kyle Shanahan knows more about evaluating players than I do and a lot of other people. And he's in the room. And I got to think he must see a spark that is unmatchable in Trey Lance, that this is the guy for our team, because, I mean, he kicked a good player to the curb.
Right.
He did get hurt. He did get hurt. Right. He is hurt. But they made it clear that that wasn't their guy. So I'm going to say that Trey Lance might be special.
We'll see.
You know what? You got to hope he has a game, because chances are if he doesn't have a good game, they may still just keep him in just to let him finish it out and even go for the loss, because you don't want to kill his ego by replacing him.
Well, they
right
actually
away.
have a really good team, but I think that's why they kept Garoppolo, because they have a really good team that could be sitting on the bubble. And if it needs to, they can just grab Garoppolo because he knows he's been there. He's almost took him to the Super Bowl once, almost got him there twice in 3 years. So, I mean,
and he's not the kind of quarterback you're going to bring in and sit on the ball.
Yeah.
You know,
so,
if he's in, he's gonna make a move.
I mean, this is a starter who's playing second string. So, I mean, he's better than if you lined him up and the coaches had to pick, he would make a starting job on some other team right now.
Half of these teams, he could be playing on like at least a third of them. I would take him over.
Well, he'd be on Cleveland for sure. He could start.
Yeah, Cleveland. I take him in Seattle. I take him in
maybe the Jets. But the Jets have to let their their young quarterback,
Zach Wilson.
They have to see what they got in Zach Wilson, and so do the Giants. They have to let their guy play it out too.
This is his last year. Yeah, this is Danny Dimes'
Yeah, they have to let those guys.
The Giants are going to flop again.
Detroit could use them.
No, I like Detroit's quarterback. He's underrated. He hits a lot of shit, Jared Goff, but I think he's going to come out and play good this year. Detroit's better than they've ever been.
Yeah, they're not going to be last.
I hate to interrupt, but I got an early morning, so I have to bow out. Otherwise,
well, Lou, thanks for coming on. At a last minute.
Last minute, no problem.
Good to see you.
And everybody will catch y'all later down the road.
You got it. Hopefully, we'll see you soon.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go to 8:30 because I got something I gotta get out. But
okay.
I'll cut off around 8:32.
Okay, good. 8:30, so we could rush through. So, what do you think of the San Francisco game? Quick pick.
I'm going to take the 49ers.
Yeah,
I'm going 49ers.
I'm going 49ers. All right, so just to hop down because we talk about Cleveland because they have such a bad quarterback situation against the Panthers. Didn't the Panthers get a new quarterback?
Yeah.
They got
Baker Mayfield.
That's right.
There's a great the schedulers did a great matchup there.
Yeah,
I think there's a
did they
few of
plan
these.
that or what? Did they plan
What was
that, or
that?
was it?
Did they know that they were he was going to go to the Panthers? Did they know that?
I would say they might have planned it.
This was
Wait a
already
minute.
made.
They make these
Schedule's
like
made.
2 years in advance. Right?
Yeah, the schedule.
Oh
Was
no,
already in.
because it's based on where you finished the season before.
Yeah,
But
that's
the
true.
interleague teams aren't like
Oh.
they're also who you play. Like when you play that other division that's not in your side, like when you play AFC, NFC.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but for television is so strong now that.
But no, this already came out before they even got Baker Mayfield, so it was kind of.
Now it's even better. So I'm taking Carolina.
I am too, and I wish they were playing in Cleveland. So because
That would be
the flag. We planting the flag.
Totally.
Right.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, you think it's gonna be close or
the franchise?
I don't
Cleveland's
know.
cool.
If McCaffrey stays healthy, they need McCaffrey to stay healthy.
Oh, McCaffrey's going to stay healthy. I think his injuries. I don't think he's injury prone. His injuries were what any player can get. A high ankle sprain. I mean, come on, they all get high ankle sprains. So we'll see. I hope he's upright. I have him on my fantasy team, so he needs to be upright.
Who does Chubb play for? Carolina or Chicago or Cleveland?
Cleveland.
So, but he's solid, right?
No, he's very good. Top notch.
Yeah.
Team, they just don't have a quarterback.
No,
right.
Jacoby.
That's the problem.
So we're all going Carolina. That's for sure.
Yep.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm not that. It's not a for sure game, but I think Carolina Baker Mayfield. Talk about a chip, and if he was hurt and didn't. I'd like to see if because he sucked last year. I couldn't stand him, but hopefully that injury had something to do with it, and he's a little bit better.
Right. I'm between San Francisco or Carolina for my suicide game. Like my suicide pool.
Oh, San Francisco all day.
All day, right?
Yeah, you're risking it going with Carolina. They could get beat. I don't think San Francisco is going to get beat.
No, they're too good. Here's a great game. Kansas City at Arizona. That I think is a phenomenal game.
I think
in Arizona. You think they're gonna kill them?
They don't have their running back or their wide receiver.
Who, Arizona?
Yeah, he's out for 6 weeks for a violation.
When was this?
At the end of the season.
Yeah, he got popped for enhancement drugs, so he's toast.
Oh boy,
6 games.
Poor Kyler Murray can't get a break.
Kyler has to prove himself because he got that big contract, and it's like, dude, you better do something. And I think
you mean Kyler, who doesn't like to read football notes?
Yeah, he got his iPad like thing. He's check in.
Oh, so they're in trouble. Arizona's got no running game.
No, that's not true. James Conner was great last year.
Yeah, they've got James Conner.
Oh, so their main running back is out, but they still have a running back.
Their main wide receiver is out.
Wide receiver.
Oh, so this could still be a good game. This is going to be
Kansas City.
What do you think, Rick? Are you for Kansas City also on this one?
Straight up, yeah, I would take the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Arizona's going to fight, but Arizona's at home, and you get 6 points, so Vegas doesn't think they're very good either.
Right. So 6 points is good.
I think it's too many points, personally.
Yeah. So Kansas City. So, all right, because I want to speed through this. Then Giants, Titans. Who's quarterbacking the Titans now? Anybody interested?
Ryan Tannehill.
Wasn't he with them last year?
Yeah. But then they
Oh,
drafted
so-
this kid, and I think they like this kid.
And the Giants are just bad as usual.
We got a
They
new
got
coach
nothing.
and new blood. We're not that bad.
Oh, Giants, Titans. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Giants have to make a statement and win that game because I don't think the Titans are strong, but they got a healthy Derrick Henry, and that could be all that they need.
Yeah, that's Derrick Henry's back.
But what about your
Right.
Saquon Barkley? Isn't he supposed to be hard to, like we're supposed to love him?
Okay, I'm putting this out there, guys, and
Yeah.
I'm saying this: Saquon Barkley, comeback player of the year.
Fair enough.
You heard it from me here on Sports Club.
Well, the Giants will be good if he does that. They'll be better.
But Daniel Jones still has to lead the team, and that's
We'll
the
see what
problem.
he has how that neck, because he went out with that neck last year, so we just have to see what he looks like. But our backup's Tyrod Taylor, who isn't a bad quarterback, but always finds a way to get hurt in the weirdest ways.
Now, the beauty for the Giants is their new coach, Brian Dable. So this guy comes with a lot of swagger from the Bills, and a lot of he helped Josh Allen get on track.
Josh Allen, yeah.
Yeah, he made Josh Allen. And Danny Dimes has the same type of, I don't know if he's as big as Joe, but he likes to run like Josh Allen.
He's fast, I think he's a little faster than Josh.
He's definitely
not
faster.
Not
as big, but he has a gun too.
Yeah.
But nobody's like Josh Allen. I think he's the best. But Daniel Jones, let's see if those plays can help. Yeah, I think a better coach is going to help. I mean,
yeah,
they were playing with the 1942 playbook. Last year it was like.
I think they were playing in the AFL last year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's no.
So who do you got for this one?
I'm going to play with my gut, my heart, and I'm going to go with the Giants. But I've got to. It's opening day. It's my one time of the year.
That's your emotional pick of the day is your home field. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go with Tennessee. I could be wrong, but I have to see what the Giants have to bring. Maybe if they can keep it close, then I'll be respecting them a little bit more. The spread's 5.5. I might not play a lot of games this week. I like to see. I can't tell. Like 5.5, maybe the Tennessee. Maybe it's too hard.
If anybody wants to join, I'm in 2 football pools. One is like the suicide pool. That's if anyone wants to join, let me know because you got to get it in. It's $50 for the season, and the prize is about $6,000.
That must be a lot of people in it.
Ton of people.
Yeah,
there's a ton of people, and if you want, a link to it, I'll let you know. And then the other one is just a weekly pick'em of all the games. It's $100. I don't run these. These are friends who run them. It's $100, and the prize is and it's $100 for the whole season. And the prize is like, I don't know, last year was like $150 or $200 for the week. So there's a lot of people in that one too. And they have, the tiebreaker at the end. And but if anyone wants to join, what?
I'm full boat on pools. I can't handle anymore.
Right. Okay.
I'm good, but I'm in a one that I love. Now check this one out. Oh, sorry, we should people, but check this one out. So there's probably about 100 people in it. It's $250 to enter. Everyone gets a fake $25,000, and then you have to. The most you can bet on a game is $5,000, and then basically whoever has the biggest bankroll at the end of the season wins the pot.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a wild one. Right, because you could lose bet if you upset loser.
And then in week 15, they raise it to you could bet $10,000 a game if you have the bankroll. So it's really hard. Like I've done it for a few years, and you can crap out pretty fast if you're not careful.
There's a lot. How many games are there this season? 17 or 18?
Well, everyone's playing, so it would be 16, right? Yeah, 16. 32 divided by 32.
17 games, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 17 games in the season, yes.
Yeah.
I thought you said
17.
how many games this week.
Right. No, 17. All right, so let's see. So we have that one. And then a big game, Tampa Bay, Dallas. That's a friggin' hot game. They're playing in Dallas, and you got
I'm
who's
taking
the
Tampa.
Buccaneers? What was that?
Tom Brady. I'm going with Tampa.
I'm going with Tampa also. I'm not a Dak Prescott fan. I'm just not a fan of his.
I'm going with Dallas.
You are just
But they lost
because, or you have.
their tackle.
I'm worried about Brady coming into camp late, the offensive line not being what it was for Tampa. And I think they can get a little pressure. We'll see. The only way to stop Tom is pressure. And I think that Dallas's defense might have his own. It's a tough one because Dallas is a little banged up too. But I'm going to take Dallas at home.
I'm going to tell you why I'm going with Tampa Bay. Supposedly there's a rumor, Tom Brady and like Gisele Bündchen is mad that he went back, that he unretired.
I read that.
So I think if he's got to win, because if he loses, she's going to be on his case. See, I told you this and that, and he doesn't want that. So he's going to have to go home with a win. But, that could cause a home problem too. He'll be the I told you so. But I just think that he is. Who's his? Did he get any good receivers? I mean, he's got his.
He's got Godwin.
So Godwin's out.
Oh yeah.
Godwin's out.
Oh, he's out. I didn't know he was out.
Yeah, he's out. I don't think he's going to play. He had that operation. He was supposed to not come back to week 3. I think he wants to. I don't know. Maybe they are going to play him, but I read he wasn't going to play. I don't think he's going to play.
I'm surprised Gronkowski didn't unretire when he heard that.
Oh, it's early.
Brady was back.
So what's our last game, Todd? I got to run real quick, but
let's do our Raiders and Chargers.
I'm taking the Raiders.
I'll let you go first.
I'm taking the Raiders.
Ooh.
Dude, I mean, I know you're a Chargers. I know with now they got Devontae Adams and him and Carr. I think Carr's one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the league. I'm actually picking him to win that division this year.
I think the Chargers lack so much depth. They just don't. I want them to win, but they just don't have depth. I'm not a fan.
If the Chargers don't charge, they'll be okay.
Listen, the Chargers are good. They're taking this game.
Okay.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
And Remy, you're going with Vegas?
Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert. Defense is loaded more than it was last year. And they got I like them. I like them. They got a good defense. They got a lot better. They need to be because last year they were pretty bad. You remember Khalil Mack?
Yeah.
He's a Charger.
I know. And now they're going against his first team.
That's right. Him and Bosa, I think, if he stays healthy, that's a good one too, right there.
Right. Yeah. All right. Okay. Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, the Super Bowl contenders, and that's the end of it. What do you think?
Cincinnati.
I'm down on Pittsburgh.
You're taking Pittsburgh?
No, I'm down. I think they're going to be a shell of what they used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Burrow, and no one's even talking about the Bengals. I mean, they went to the Super Bowl, and everybody's like, "Oh, the Bengals."
Oh, I know that was lucky.
Division. I'm like, "What do you mean they're coming third in the division?"
They're calling them lucky.
Yeah, Burrow is a beat. That's a no. With now that they have a year under the belt, him and Chase, they're going to win that division. It'll be close between them and Baltimore winning that division.
They might blow Pittsburgh out.
Yeah,
that game. Go ahead.
If Cincinnati was playing at home, Cincinnati's at home. Maybe that should be my suicide pick. My suicide game. They're playing at home. So, all righty. Well, I know you guys got to get going. So thank you for joining.
Thanks everyone. Have a beautiful.
Thank you.
Have an awesome.
Oh, it was great. A little bit more heads up next week, and we'll. Was this a good time for you guys, or is it too early or too late, or?
Well, it's pretty good for me.
Or is 7 o'clock better?
7, because Lou had to leave because he's on the East Coast.
Right.
So.
Right.
or the Central
Right.
Time. I mean, so that's 2 hours. Maybe give him a little
Yeah.
chance to stick around.
Yeah. All righty. Cool. Well, thanks for joining, and I am glad we got this first week in. I pushed. I'm glad we did it, and we got some good talk going on, and we had some viewers, which is exciting. And thank you guys for joining. And let's
Good night,
see.
everyone.
Good night, Rick. Good night, Remy. Thank you. Thank you for Lou for coming, and I appreciate everybody joining the show tonight. It was put together pretty quick, and I'm happy that we did it. So we will see you next week.